Once again, we start with CCNA security encore, and we are about to configure NTP server, Syslog server, and how the Syslog and NTP server can communicate with what the router, and MD5 message digest for security reasons, authentication. If an intruder wants to enter into your corporate network, you will see if a message has been sent to your router or your server, at least you must know the time that message was sent. Okay, so we are going to set in a triggering form in such a way that whenever you log in, but we will configure the SSH that all of us know. So we'll have on the right side with a client machine that we'll be using to connect to our SSH, either router or the server. Okay, so now let's catch this particular protocol for us to configure. So we are going to use a router at the moment, and the router and the service. So let's choose one server. Click on the end devices, then choose two servers at the top. Just to choose two servers at the top like this. We are going to name the server O as NTP server. We are going to name this one as NTP server. Then we will name this one as Syslog. That is a system login. Okay, Syslog server. Then let's put one PC at the end of this side. We'll name this PC as SSH client. So let's make it BFSSH client. Then this one is going to be BF NTP server. Okay, BF NTP server. Then BF Syslog. Let's put the switch there. One switch here. Z. Okay, let's set this one down. So let's make this one BF SW1. Then another switch also to the other side of it. Let me check where I place that. Okay. And this one is going to be BF SW2. BF SW2. Now let's choose the router. We are going to pick a router of 1941. So make sure that you look at this particular router and choose 1941. Put 1 year, 1941, then you put another 1 year, 1941, then you put another 1 year. And the last one is going to be the cloud. Okay, the cloud have to be here. So this one, the cloud is going to stand in as ISP. Now let's do the connectivity. You and I, we are going to do the connectivity together so that there will never be any mistake in it. Make sure that the routers we are going to use, we are going to use the OSPF, but the connection is going to be the serial. So we have router 1. Let this one be BFR1, BFR2, BFR2, then BFR3. So that is what will be BFR1, BFR2, and BFR3. So the only cable that will be different from them is the one that you connect to the switch, which is supposed to be the crossover what cable. So let's connect, let's do the connectivity. Let's do the connectivity. But before we will do that, let us buy some serial connections to our what blanking plate on the routers. Okay. So just click on this router, click on the router, put the router off, or you can click on the zoom, then you put it off, put it off, then choose this one, HWIC-2T as a serial, and you put it here, then you put the router on. You can do the same thing to the rest of the routers. Do the same thing to the rest of the routers. And let's see. You put it on. So now, when you check, we have the BF NTP server, we have the BF Syslog server, we have the BF SW1. Let's try our best to start connecting it from the top. Okay, let's try our best to start connecting from the top. Yes, Ashimelo, eh? Okay. If you are down, let me know. This one is not configuration we are doing, it's connectivity. Okay. Okay, then let's do the connections. Let's do the connection. Pick a copper straight through cable, click on the server, then straight to the switch. Then you choose one. You do the same thing to the 6-slot phone. The NTP server is network time protocol. That tells you we are going to set it on both the router and the server so that they can have collaborating of what? Time. Do you understand? Time. If you don't set time, it will be very difficult to, because every country zone, there are different times. Ghana, our time, which we are using is what? GMT, is 00. If you look at it, 00. So either you have to choose Lisbon, London, Edinburgh, we fall on the Greenwich. Are you following it? So sometimes you see that London will be ahead of us 1 hour, or sometimes we will fall on the same what. But if you don't know, you go and choose different country, especially choose US time zone. How many hours US is ahead of us? You can figure it out. Okay. Now, click on the copper, that's a crossover cable. Connect to the gig. That is the first one, gigabit Ethernet. Then you choose gigabit Ethernet also on the switch. So it's going to be gig, okay? Then from the switch, from the router to another router, just the only thing that you have to choose, just click on it and go to the serial, choose to another serial. That's all. Do the same thing. So we shut off the 3-1 over here. Okay, that is a BFF2. So let's put it off and add another what? Serial to it. Let's add another serial to it. That will help us so that we can connect to the cloud. That will help us at least to connect to what? The cloud. We can connect to the cloud now. I hope you understand. So the rest of them, we are going to connect the BFR3 also to the gig of BFSW2. And you connect the client machine to the switch. On router, that is BF server, we are going to provide an IP address. So click on the place note. Then let us write the IP address under it. Okay, 192.168.10.201. And this one also 192.168.10.202. Then the router is going to take 192.168.10.1. It's very clear, very clear. So this one will be doing the SSH what? Server. That SSH server over there. There's SSH client router. Configure it on this. Now, in between the routers, we have to give them the IP address. And you remember that the IP address that we have to give, I show you the table. And the table, we are going to use 10.1. That is 10.20.30.1. Okay, so in between this one is going to be 10.20.30.0/30. I hope if I say 30, you understand. 30, you understand. So the first one is 1, 2, 1, 2, then 2, 2, 2, 1. So 30 for this one. Okay, let me put it this way. Then let me copy another thing also and put it on this way. That this one will change to be 40. Okay. So the top one will be giving the top one this place .2 here for this. This one you give .2. You type 10.20.40.2 for this side. Are you following it? Yes, this side is .1 for this side. Let's make this one .1, and this side will be .2. Kelly, I heard you calling. So this side also is going to be .1. I hope you understand what I just sketched. You don't? .1, .2, .2, .1. So in between this, they are going to use this IP address. In between the router 2 and router 3 are going to use this IP address. So if you are on router 2, you have to configure this side, which is SE0/1/0. You have to put 10.20.30.2 on this one. And this side also, you have to 10.20.40.2 on this one. This, you said, let's finish what we are doing. Are you okay now? Okay. So on the other side of the client machine, let's give, we are just setting our network 192.168.5.100. So it means that this one, the router over here, that is what will be given out. The router over here will take dot one. Will take dot one. Will take dot one. So taking dot one. Now let's connect our laptops to the various routers so that when we are configuring them, it will be easy for us. Okay. Yes. I'm using a console cable. Have you finished? So we have, eh, we're supposed to configure everything over here. Then later on, I have to show you how you can configure the NTP on the server and how you can configure the syslog also over here, eh, which is this one, the syslog, the syslog server. So that is why I was telling you guys that the rest of the configuration, you can configure it. Make sure that is, don't configure the OSPF, because if you configure the OSPF, that is what we are coming to deal with. Okay. Yeah, Aziz, you said this configuration we are doing is not only for Cisco server. I told you about the OSPF, that OSPF is for anonymous, both either Cisco or Matrix, any other. But Cisco protocols are for only RIP, EIGRP. But whenever it comes to what multi routers configurations, then it means that you have to either choose what OSPF. Are you following it? So the configuration we are coming to configure, bear in mind that you have to apply it on any other what routers. It will work. Are you following as is? Uh-huh. So let's give an IP address and let's continue our work. We are going to give the IP address of what 192.168.10.201 to this particular server, which is the NTP server. So let's click on the server and go straight and do it. So 192.168.10.201. So 192.168.10.1. The one is for the gateway, which is on the router BFR1. Okay. So if something changes here, don't worry. Then we'll be using that one as what? Our DNS what? Server. Okay. We'll be using that one as our DNS server. So 192.168.10.201. The same thing. That is what you're supposed to do. That is what you're supposed to do. So after you finish this one, then let's go to the next one. which is the Syslog. That is the Syslog what? Server. Let's click on it. Go to desktop. And let's configure the Syslog port. 192.168.10.202. 192.168.10.1. Then the Syslog server, remember that the Syslog server is supposed to get the DNS IP address. So 192.168.10.201. Very simple. We are done with the two what? Routers. Now what is hard for us to do? The two servers. Thank you, the two servers. So we have to deal with what? The BFR1. So let's go. Click on the laptop. Click on desktop. Go to terminal. Click OK. And come straight to no. Choose the EN. Enable. Enter config T. Then the host name. You choose BFR1. BFR1. It's a security. So since it's a security, you have to be very careful that don't leave anything which is not security. It's a security zone that we are in now. So make sure that password and those things that you have to apply on the router have to come. Configure the password yourself. You can also configure the one, yes, but you can leave some, okay? Then as we are going, as time goes on, you can configure it later on. Yeah, Kelly asks. No, not if you configure the password and you want to log in, it gives you problem. Try your best. Okay, configure it in such a way that at least you can remember. So let's do exact what I'm about to do. Follow it, then you will have a lot, and that you will just leave it, and it become a start in your mind. Hmm? Let's delete that cancan. So let's go on. Console line console 0. Enter. Tell I'm dealing with you. Line console. Let's do it. And password. Password. That's the password. Enter. Then log in. That's all. Then exit. So that is the password. That is a console password. P at SSW0RD12. If you can hear that, make it small. Yeah. Shall we go on? We should go on. Okay, because of maybe we configuring other routers, we're supposed to configure the executable type. Okay, so let's go straight to uh, the console again. Enter inside the console again. Enter inside the console again by typing line space console space 0. Enter. Then exec timeout. Let it be 0 so that at least our router will not log us out. If we are configuring under another different router, for us to come back to BFR1, you will say that it will log us out. So we have to maintain it like that. Okay. Type exit and let's go. Okay. So let's enter inside the GIG 0/0. So int GIG 0/0. Then IP address 192.168.10.1 255.255.255.0. Then those shut down. Shall we go on? Type exit, then enable password, and then we can say enable secret. Okay, enable secret. Then type the password, enable secret. Then p at ssw0rd12, the same thing. Yes, yeah, because we are using the secret because of the MD5, okay, the authentications. Uh-huh. Because when you type enable password, your password becomes a plain text. But when you put a secret there, it changes your password into alphanumeric symbols and punctuations. Uh-huh. As we call it, the hash keys. Choose secret. This is your password. Enter. Are you done? You are done. Now let's test the argument and see. Okay, the password that so far we have entered. Let's test it and see. So type end, then let's WR, then copy, run, startup run, just to save the configurations. Kelly has finished. Kevin, are you done? Are you done? Now type exit. You see that is asking us password. So this is the one that Kelly was afraid of. So just pay at SSW0RD12, enter. Then when you type the EN, it will ask you another password. Now you are in the privilege mode. Yes. As you scroll down, which one? Where I enter the password. Shall we? Now, I want you to type show run, show running configuration. Enter. This is the password that you type because you type the security. So, like if you didn't type enable, you said enable, then you said enable password, then you type the password, you see it becoming a plain text. But because you put this is the security we typed, everything enable security. The five over there, we have 5 and 7, a level of the security. We have 5 and 7. You remember we went to a website and I said if you go to IFM, IFM, you remember? If you go to IFM, you okay, so when you type Google, then you type IFM. It's IFN. Okay, that is it. It's ifm.net. Yes, yes, this one. Cisco password what? Cracker. Okay, so what you have over there, have you seen? It said was Cisco iOS type 5 enable secret password crack. So when you check our own, which is this one, is 5. So when you right click on this, you copy it, then bring it and come and put it inside there. Paste it here. Then you crack. So this one is a 7. Have you seen? Take the type 7 password. Okay, so you have to choose the 5. So I'll choose the 5 on. In Kali Linux, we have brute force. The brute force is the one that we use to crack people's what? Password or rock you. Huh. You see? Okay, so let's go on. Now, that we are done, this one not in a rushing way, okay? At least we have to go gradually. You have to do it gradually. So let's configure this side. Let's enter inside this and configure this. So config t then intse. I'm entering inside a serial. Kelly, we are on router 1, BFR1. So enter there. So 0/0/0. Mine is 0 slash, so check yours. So 10, 20, 30, 1, 255.255.255.252. So no shut, type exit. And let's go to the top one. We are going to the, but this one you must know. Are you sure? Okay, let's go on. We are on BF. So we're giving the BF R2 line console 0 password. So now look at the same configuration we did on the router. That is what we are doing here. So I'm now on this side, which is this side. I'm now on this side. Oh, sorry for left. Shukran, which means that you eat toffee. Shukran toffee. Boku, merci. So I'll continue. I haven't finished. I'll continue the rest, then post it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So it means that. So this place is going to be the area zero. That is area zero. Any question? Any question? I'm supposed to just configure the other routers. Okay. Supposed to configure the other, but let me do that. Okay, so that when I'm posting it, at least it will be easy. The same time, I've already finished configuring the top one, which is this one. I've already done with this. So now let's go to this one. I'm entering inside a BF R3. Okay, I'll configure that one then. So let's go to en config hosts BF R3. Then the line console 0 password. So you choose the login. Then exact timeout have to be 0 before you sign out. Then enable secret. We are trying our best on the enable secret. The INTSE 0/1/0. So IP address that is 10.20.41 255.255.255.252. So no shut. So do R. Then after I should go up. After finishing this, it's the same configuration we did earlier on. Okay, the same configuration that you did on router 1, that is BF router 1, BF router 2, and BF router 3. Same thing. So now it's time for us at least to configure this router again, which we are going to configure the GIG. So INT GIG Mine is 0/0. Then IP address 192.168.5.1, 255.255.255.0. So no shut, no shut. So now in our case, we have already configured everything as you can see. Okay, remain only the SSH that we have here. So let's configure the SSH client. Let's configure the SSH. Remember that between router 2 and the cloud, I'm supposed to give you an IP address. I'll do that right now. So 192.168.5.100. The default gateway 192.168.5.1. Remember, no DNS over there. So let's see in between the router and the ISP. Let me give you an IP address. Okay, in between. So this one is going to be 209.40.50.1. Then it means that we have a chance to configure that one, which is this particular one. Mine is SE0/0/0. So INT SE0/0/0. So IP address 209.40.50.1, 255.255.255.0. So no shut. Then the cloud takes an effect. It's good. I said we are configuring network time protocol, then system login, SSH, secure share, and how if users log in inside the system, you will see for messages. Yeah, that is this one. This one. There is a default gateway. Look at it. There is a default gateway. Put a mouse on it, you will see. You see. It's 192.168.5.1. That is what you have given to this one. No DNS. Look, here we have DNS. No DNS. Okay? No DNS. Okay. Kelly, I hope you are okay. Okay. Thank God. And at this note, we'll continue tomorrow with the main topic, configuration camps. Thank you very much for being with me. Don't forget to share and subscribe as well. It's good for you to share. For others also that don't understand one or two things, will get it. Tell them if they can join, they can join. Click so that they can get an update. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys once again. Bye bye.